The Treasurer and his coalition opponent have clashed in a fiery final debate on the economy and business before a room full of chief executives and workers. Interruptions and interjections were aplenty in the exchange, as both leaders declared there'd be no new taxes on firms and potentially a cut on company tax in the next term.
A debate hinging on the toss of a single $1 coin. As the nation's two economic policy leaders shook hands before a fiery exchange on the economy.
You should be clear about that, and that's why we will re-establish what you've thrown out, which is a tax to GDP threshold of 23.9%. And you threw that out in your first budget, and the reason is you wanted to raise taxes, unrealised capital gains on Australians' superannuation. You're going after it, Jim. Okay, and we know he's done the work to go after negative gearing and capital gains tax.
And nuclear.
What is the total dollar cost for the coalition's nuclear plan?
It's under $120 billion in investments.
Is it $600 billion?
Yeah, $600 billion. And you know,
why the gulf here?
The barbs also flew not only on property tax reform, but a revelation of sorts on the crucial taxes companies pay.
Will you be cutting company tax?
Lower taxes for business.
Is that a surprise next week?
Small businesses will get access to the instant asset write-off.
Okay.
And a promise of sorts.
No new taxes on business. That means no super profits tax, no resource rent tax and no bank levy increases.
We've already made it really clear that the PRRT changes, the multinational tax changes, they're our agenda. When it comes to business taxes, we're cutting taxes.
Can you give that guarantee?
I've just given it, I think. Look.
A lack of promises, though, on how billions in promises will be paid for. Jim Chalmers going for the jugular.
Today is the best opportunity for Angus to come clean on what he would cut from the budget.
This is a Treasurer who has had over a $400 billion windfall, and highly credible economists in this country have made the point that he's spent pretty much a lot of it. Jim, you should be honest with the Australian.
Tell us where they are.
You should be honest with the Australian people.
Small businesses in the audience also calling for the instant asset write-off to be confirmed.
We will make the instant asset write-off permanent.
Jane and you held it up for 9 months in the Senate.
Jim, can I finish? Labor has always played games with this because they don't believe in the important role of small business because they can't unionise it. You've made government bigger, 41,000 as you rightly cite, and yet approval times have got worse.
Debate host Laura Jays also put the Treasurer in the spotlight over calls for industrial relations reform.
Why interfere with the independence of the Fair Work Commission?
Penalty rates are a really important way that people provide for their loved ones and get ahead, and we want to make sure that they're protected.
But we do need to restore common sense in industrial relations.
The final debate over the nation's finances, a feisty one, as they await the verdict of voters at the ballot box. Simon Love, Sky News, Melbourne.